Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dustin Taylor. This is DivinityVirtue.com, Divinity Virtue Corporation. So, typically when it rains in my world, it pours. But now, when it shines bright, it really shines bright in my world. So, in the last week, I went through just a roller coaster full of emotions. So, end up getting banned from the gym. I said that in my last video. Talked to a cop, yada yada yada. Apparently, I'm probably crazy in Lethbridge, but not crazy enough for them to really care or think that I'm actually going to do anything to harm anyone. So this really gets interesting because I still have a lot of friends that actually work out at that gym, and the stories I get, like when the management has actually gone up to a lot of my friends and said, "Oh yeah, we banned him, blah blah blah, for this reason," and then they see me on the streets and they go, "So is this what happened?" And I go, "No, that's like not even the right story." So I tell them the story, and they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, the gym now has a security guard. They also have had cops there for every other day." And I'm thinking, is this really because of me? Like, are they really thinking I'm going to go to the gym and cause troubles? I'm going to tell you something. For $15 a month, I really could care less about a gym that has banned me. Like in all honesty, like I got an ego, but not an ego big enough to go to jail or commit a crime because I got kicked out of a gym. Okay. But anyways, whatever. So yesterday, yesterday. So I bought some supplements online just because it's cheaper. So those came in yesterday, which is good. And then I actually started at a new gym. And this gets interesting because it doesn't take long for people to notice me, good or bad. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't do anything for people to actually have any interest in me. In all honesty, you should not care about me, my life whatsoever. Because I'm going to tell you, I go to this gym, and it's a little bit smaller of a like it's a smaller gym, so you're going to see a lot more people who know each other. It's a little more, I don't know, friendly based or just it's an interesting gym, to be honest with you. So some of the guys, when I looked at some of the guys, and I've been there for 6 days, and I can tell you, I can see who does steroids. There's some big boys in there, and they're definitely juiced up. But you know what? Each to their own. But then, like even the females in there, they're a lot more. How do I say this without being offensive? They're almost like high maintenance women who look good, work out, probably make good money. I haven't talked to any of them, so I'm not too sure. But you can just see different personalities in this gym. And the owner, man, this guy's an interesting owner because just the way I have a read on him, he seems like the type that in his head he was going to create a gym, a place where he could watch sports, work out, and hit on beautiful women. And the reason I say it like that is because when you look at all of his receptionists or workers who work for him, they're all beautiful, absolutely stunning. And I've come into the gym. I've made my presence known in a good way with 99% of the people, and that 1% that doesn't like me is the owner. He watches me and he comes over and he goes, "Yeah, I'm getting lots of complaints. You're sweating too much." And I'm thinking, what? I'm in a gym, working out hard, showing results. Do you not want people in your gym who show results, look good? And trust me, like when I sweat, it's a pool. It really is a pool. I have no problem cleaning up the machine afterwards from head to toe. I'll clean up the floors, all of it. Like I'm not that person who's just going to sweat everywhere and then go to the locker room and let the staff clean it up. I don't want anyone to even touch my sweat, to be honest with you, because gross. So here's the thing though, is I wear shoes, and if you're going to sweat, your shoes are probably going to get wet. So he comes over to me, he goes, "Hey, you know what? Like here's a towel. Try to wash off your shoes before you go walk around because I don't want any footprints." I said, "Okay, like it's your gym, like I have no problem doing that." So he gives me a towel and everything. And today I'm working out, and I think I had, I don't know, 14 minutes left out of 3 hours. And I needed water. I was just coming down at the end. And I said, I need some water. I stood on a towel for 3 minutes. I wiped off my shoes. I slid back and forth. Like when you put your feet on the towel and try to dry your feet or whatever. I did that for like 3 minutes. And I go, and I'm telling you, my footprints might have been like top arch, but you can still see where I walked to. I walked to the water fountain, got water, came back to the machine. And he comes over and he goes, "I'm getting lots of complaints that you're sweating too much everywhere and it's making this gym look horrible." And I'm thinking, no, you're not. You're really not getting complaints at all. Because I'll be honest with you, everyone at your gym knows me. Everyone at your gym has already tried to step up on the cardio machine beside me. I had a guy yesterday who runs, I don't know what he said, 7 kilometers in 15 minutes. I don't know. So I don't know the exact number. I'm sorry. Anyways, he goes, "What level do you do?" I said, "To start, I'll do level 18 out of 25, and I do it for 60 minutes, and I try to stay around the 8 to 8.5 mile mark consistently." He goes, "Okay, I can do this with you." So he steps up beside me. I think he did 12 minutes, and he goes, "Wow, you do this for an hour?" I go, "I do this for an hour, and then I do level 17 for 2 hours at 9.5 to 10 miles an hour just to get the heart rate even higher." He goes, "Your cardio is off the hook." He goes, "It's unreal." So that was interesting. And then there was another lady who came up. She was working on the Stairmaster, and then I guess she came over and tried to preach to me that I'll burn more calories on a Stairmaster than I will on an elliptical. And I said, that doesn't make sense. I said, when you're on a Stairmaster, you're holding on to something. So you're pulling, and you might not be using as much leg power. It says, so, as long as you're on the elliptical and your arms are moving, even if it's just your legs that are moving, think about this. Doing your arms like this for 3 hours, it's going to burn every type of fat, whether you're even working it. It's just the fact that you're moving. Like, think if you did this every day, if you were somebody who was cutting trees, right? Just that motion every day, you would have Popeye arms. You really would. So that was the other interesting thing. So then this another part about this gym, it's nice little gym. They got a sauna, change room, showers, water, good little atmosphere, cozy. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know what? Like, whatever. It's all a learning lesson. So, anyways, I was talking to these two other guys, and the one guy steps on the scale, and I go, "Hey, I'm going to live vicariously through you right now." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "You have a six pack. You're the same height as me. You look good. I'm not going to step on the scale, but I want to see how much you weigh, and I'm going to judge myself against you." And he goes, "That's kind of weird." And I go, "No, I just don't want to step on the scale until I have a six pack, because if I step on the scale now and I weigh 200 pounds and I don't have a six pack, I'm not going to be happy, because at the end of the day, my goal is to get that six pack. That is the hardest thing in the entire world to get. After everything that's happened in my life, I said, fine, I'll go get a six pack. I'll go start a company. I'll change my diet. I'll change my habits. I'll change my addictions. I'm going to try to take over the world this way. That's the God honest truth. So, anyways, I go in, and I'm talking to these two guys, and the one guy goes, weighs himself, 6 feet tall and 170 pounds, chiseled, six pack, and I'm just thinking, damn, I probably got 25 to 30 more pounds to lose. And I'm just looking at my stomach and it's like maybe 3 pounds of fat and fat skin. I don't know. Maybe. All I know is I could push that much fat and then you feel ab. Like that's probably the last layer of fat that needs to be burnt down, broken down, just before I start even studying like actual definition of lines. But that won't happen until the leg fat's gone, the boob fat's gone, the back fat's gone. Every bit of fat has to go before the last bit of stomach fat will go. It has to, because that's where it starts. In my mind, you get fat from the stomach, the fat moves out through your body. So I was fat. I was 400 pounds. Now all that fat that moved through my body now has to come back up to my stomach. So it's been taking me, it's almost 3 years now. It might take me four. Whatever it is, it's a good lifestyle change. I make my life focused around health and wellness now. That's really what it comes down to. You know, if I was going to drink 3 hours a day, I might as well go work out for 3 hours a day. That's the same logic to me. The difference is that 3 hours working out is going to be way better for my health here, my heart, my lungs, my body mass, everything. So one of his friends, he was telling me, he goes, "Yeah, you need to eat more protein. Need to eat more protein." And now here's the other thing. At the other gym, the bigger lady, really big lady who was gym manager, she tells me as well. She goes, "Oh, I'm all about the protein. I'm all about the protein. I'm all about the protein." But if people actually look at how many calories are in beef, steak, chicken, stuff like that, there's yes, protein's good. Okay? And I'm not saying do not have your protein whatsoever. I'm saying by all means have protein. But when you tell somebody who's trying to lose weight that they need to eat more protein, that's not the right way because I knew this girl named Daisy and I met her in Australia 9, 10 years ago when I was first down there. And she was a fitness model and I decided to ask her, I was like what do you do, like what's your diet, are you all about the protein? She goes, no, I'm all about the carbs. I said, hold on, you're chiseled. How can you be all about the carbs? And when she said carbs, it was pretty much fruits and vegetables. Okay, so I was thinking, is that ever interesting? Because when you do, when she was chiseled, and okay, chiseled, and most of her diet was on vegetables. And I don't think she was vegan. Like I know she ate meat and whatnot. Like I've seen her eat meat, yada yada yada. But it's just the fact that she uses the vegetables because it takes a lot longer for your body to break down. There's not as many calories in them, and you can eat loads. You can just eat loads of vegetables. You can eat 8 pounds of vegetables, and you will not even equal out to what a day worth of calories your body burns, right? So think of it that way. So this guy goes, "Oh yeah, you just need more protein." He goes, "I'm like, okay, well I have protein bars and protein drink and tuna and sometimes meat and yogurt." And he goes, "Oh, get rid of the yogurt, get rid of the protein bars, and just go straight to meat." And I go, "Okay, but hold on." I said, "You have a six pack?" He lifts up his shirt. He goes, "Yeah, I got a six pack." And I go, "Okay, but what was your size before?" He goes, "Well, I've been working out for 6 years, 7 years." And he goes, "I was lean." He goes, "I was skinny as could be." And I go, "Okay, so think of this. Now you've been working out for 6 years. You're eating a lot more protein, which is a lot more higher calories, which takes a lot more time for your body to break it down. So if you're working out, doing heavy weights and whatnot, you're eating lots of protein, your body is going to turn that into muscle, of course. But now here's the thing is, he gained muscle, got a little bit bigger, yada, yada, yada. I'm trying to, I want to put it this way. I think people who were 400 pounds, if you walked around for 400 pounds on your body for, I don't know, 10 years, it wasn't 400 at that time, but just say 100 pounds overweight for 20 years of my life, your body has that 100 pounds worth of extra weight that your muscles are going to get used to carrying. are going to get bigger just from carrying it. So if I'm doing 3 hours on the elliptical, 45 kilometers, 41 to 4,300 calories being burned, and then I go put in protein of like hamburger and whatnot, maybe like I'm going to grow a lot more muscle for sure, but I need to lean down. So if I'm still around that 18 to 20% body fat, okay, 18 to 20%, I really am. If I'm at that 18 to 20% body fat, I need to eat more vegetables. I need to work out and burn off the calories. And then at the end of the day, whatever your, I don't know the exact numbers and how it's supposed to work. I just know that whatever weight you want to be, times it by 12. So I guess if that guy is 170 pounds, I need to eat about 2,040 calories over and above zero. Okay? Like, and that would keep me at that 170 mark. So that essentially allows me 6,000 calories that I could eat today, and I'd be right in that 170 mark eventually. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to eat 6 cans of tuna. Um, I don't even know, 6 pounds worth of vegetables, 4 cheese sticks, and that's going to be, say, 1,400 calories. Okay, that's enough to just kind of hold me in. I'm going to have 1 or 2 bowls of fruit. That'll keep me right at that 4,000 mark. I'm trying to stay around that 500 to 1,000 on top of zero. That's what I'm trying to do because I want my body to just burn fat, even if it's not lots of fat. Because 35 or 3,600 calories is 1 pound of fat, I believe. It's one of the two numbers. I'm not. I just slipping my mind right now. So if that's the case, that means that like if you burn 3,500 calories, that's 1 pound of fat. I'm trying to burn because June's coming up. The cut didn't even happen very well, so I'm gonna have to do another month of this, another 6 weeks of this. So I'm gonna limit my calories a little bit more and try to get down. I want by July, so that for the Stampede, I can fully advertise my company. I can say, hey, I put in almost 3 years of just everyday working out. I eat healthy. I've changed my diet. No alcohol, no fast food. I don't have any health problems anymore. I don't have to go to the doctor. I don't have to buy acid reflux pills. You know, I don't. I shouldn't tell you guys this, but you know what? I was getting blood in my like going to the bathroom. There was blood, and I was thinking, man, there's something going on in my body if blood's coming out. So you know, I changed everything, got rid of everything. I'm gonna tell you, I have not seen blood coming out. I haven't gone to the doctor. I sleep a lot better. My diet's clean. I can walk through a candy aisle without any triggers. I can pass a McDonald's or Little Caesars or Slurpees were my jam during the summer. I'm good. I have not even craved any one of them. And it's interesting, you know, it's just a way of changing your mind because at the end of the day, those who are the healthiest, even if they got nothing in this world, they got their health. And I'd rather have my health because I'm going to tell you, when you think about all those people who go to the doctors for this, and this, I have to believe it's due to what they put in their body first. So if you're putting a lot of processed meats or trans fats or anything that's been touched by a human, altered in any way, you're probably going to feel the difference, and it's probably not going to be very substantial for your body to move forward. That's just my logic. So, anyways, yeah, you know, both the guys had 6 packs. 6 packs. It doesn't sound like they have clean diets. It just sounds like smaller guys who decide to work out, eat a little bit cleaner, and God bless them with 6 packs and nice bodies. So good on them. I'm not the same type of person. So I know that even when I'm triggered or when I need to, or when I'm stressed, I'll eat more. So if I eat more, I better eat healthier to negate the fact that I'm eating more than what I should. Anyways, it's just been a very interesting gym so far because, like I said, that owner came over to me today. He goes, "Hey, I'm getting complaints." I'm just thinking, who's complaining to you? Like, you as an owner should say, "Hey, I'm so sorry that that guy works out so hard and sweats. You know what? He cleans up the machine afterwards, and we'll try to get the footprints afterwards." Simple sorry. People will go, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, that guy does work out hard. He does sweat. I understand. I shouldn't be complaining about that." Because if you're getting multiple complaints about me sweating, there's something up with that. You're telling me that I'm the only person in the gym who sweats? If there's another person who can come up on the elliptical beside me, do 3 hours, 45 kilometers at my level without sweating, I'll clean your entire gym every time, like hands down. So, anyways, I got my supplements yesterday. All my paperwork has gone through. I finally found somebody to do my logo. So I'm going to touch base with him tomorrow. I gave him about a week. I know a week's probably not a long time, but I have only like 5 weeks left before this actual company just goes full on. So everything's done that way. I applied for a $2,000 grant, and I probably told you guys this in my one of my videos a long time ago. I got approved for that yesterday. Um, One of the old ladies from the older gym, and she must be my little sugar mama slash like stalker. I don't know. I've seen her parked outside my house. I know she drives by my house quite a bit, and now she brings me food to my house. Which, don't get me wrong, like I'm almost at bankruptcy and the lowest I can be. So the fact that she brings me food, she brought me a steak, ribs, chicken wings, asparagus, watermelon, cucumber, lemons, cauliflower, broccoli. This lady has hooked me up better than I could have ever been hooked up. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, whatever I could do in this company, if I make enough good money, I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'll take her out or I gotta do something to say thank you because she helps me out way too much. And she just goes, "Well, I just want respect and friendship." And I go, "Yeah, but I feel like I'm a user because like I got nothing else to give you. Like I know that you've worked hard for your money and your family doesn't like you, and I think that's really what it comes down to is that she just looks at her kids and her kids want nothing to do with her, and she goes, well, I can spoil my kids or I can spoil this guy who actually says thank you and listens to me every day, and I don't know. I guess it is what it is. But that's another thing. I keep telling people that I'm a spiritual healer and that when things happen, and it's weird because I can't actually, I can, but I shouldn't. I can control my energies every morning or every night or whenever I go out. And I never do. I just leave it open. I just kind of leave my boundaries very open without having any energy boundaries. And I was at the dollar store today. And this guy goes, "Oh, go ahead." I was like, "No, no." I'm like, I have nothing to do in this world. My time's irrelevant. Go ahead. So then he tells me, he goes, like I have to go to this wake. He goes, my 12-year-old niece or cousin or somebody hung herself because of being bullied in school. And I'm just thinking, you kidding me? Like, that's tough. That's really tough. So I wouldn't ever wish that on anyone. Like, that's pretty tough. But anyways, he started telling me all about this, telling me about his life. And I said, "Hey, what type of native are you?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm blood." And I go, "Okay." I go, "I'm a third Cree." And I go, "Me and you typically wouldn't get along from what I've heard." He goes, "Yeah, that's back in the past, everything, blah, blah, blah." And I go, "Hey, as long as we just treat each other with kindness and respect, isn't that the way it should go?" I'm like, "Because I have no problem with you. And honestly, whatever was in the background or the past," I said, "I just glad that we had a good conversation." He goes, "I'm really glad that I met you too. I feel just a lot better." And I'm just thinking, that's interesting because, like, out of the blue, you're going to tell me that somebody died today, that you're going to a funeral. This is your life. This. And I'm thinking, that probably doesn't happen to a lot of people just randomly out of the blue. I wouldn't think. That seems different to me. So, anyways, as I'm doing all of this, everything's starting to pick up. And I think in this world, I want people to believe this, whether I'm crazy or not, because I probably am crazy. It's okay. Is that it's like this, okay? And if anyone knows the symbol that I just made there, it's the infinity symbol. You got your highs, your lows. You got the one point part where it's even, right? So in the last 3 years, I have gone through the lowest lows of my entire life. Spiritual awakening, anointed from God, twin flame, who is the devil, um, soulmate drama. Did I say almost bankruptcy? Almost bankrupt. Sober, weight loss journey. Can't find a job for the life of me. Have to do construction labor jobs. Even though I have a finance degree, I'm a salesman by trade. I normally make six figures. Now I'm working for $15 to $18 an hour. It's okay. Putting up my karmic debts. And I could have gone back and drank. I could have gone back and been a playboy. I could have gone back and just done things to get quick money. And I said, no, you know what? I did all that my first few times. Learned the game, got better. Learned the game, got better. Learned the game, but I still lost everything. So my sister the other day, she goes, "Why don't you change the way you think and maybe life will change for you?" And I said, "Excuse me, do you not understand that everything I did in the past is now 180 degrees different than what I do now?" I said, "I am changing everything because I do not want to go down that same path." And when I think about it, if I've had these 3 years, which has just been rough, tough, and I know my ending. And I keep telling people, I'm like, I can't get off this path. I gotta keep going until it's done. I gotta keep going until I learn all my life lessons. And they come quick. And I don't have very many left, I'm going to tell you. It's getting to the point where, like, I don't know. I need to control the way I respond to people. I know that. Because I went to the post office, I don't know, a few days ago. And I asked the lady specifically, I said, hey, is there any way we can weigh how much this is? This is going to England overseas, and I need international stamps. I said, my forms are not filled out, so I'm going to take it home. What does she do? She weighs it. She goes, oh, it's going to cost $6.26, and gives me a sticker. And then she goes, oh, this is ours now. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, well, I can't give you this sticker. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, oh, it's against our rules. And I said, what are you talking about? It's not yours. I already told you that the forms were not filled out. I need to go home, fill this out, and then I'm going to mail it off. Oh, well, it's ours, blah, blah, blah. And she's trying to make me look bad in front of all the people behind me. And finally, I looked at her and I said, did they not have World War II? She goes, yeah. I'm like, did they ship mail across the ocean, across the seas in World War II? She goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's 2024. I'm pretty sure we could do that now. I said, don't be coming at me like making me feel like I'm the wrong person here. So she ends up talking to one of her managers. They end up phoning someone else. And she goes, yeah, we didn't register your package. I was like, exactly. I asked for stamps. The fact that she's on this own tangent, that's her just not listening. And I'm just thinking, don't make me look bad. Don't make me look bad. People make me look bad for all stupid, crazy ass reasons. And I'm thinking, look at yourselves. Just make sure your hands are clean before you come at me. 'Cause I'm going to tell you right now, I got the cleanest hands in this city. This city. Anyone who wants to throw my name down, anyone who wants to talk dirt about me, bring it. Just tell me. Tell me the dirt. Say it to my face. Because I'd love to see anyone actually come up to me and prove anything that I've done. Anything. Because you know what? These hands, clean. Not a lot of people can say that. Anyways, like I said, it's been a very interesting week. My logo's almost done. You know, that $2,000 grant, crazy. I didn't think I was going to get approved for that. So now I'm gonna work on that grant. I'm gonna pay for my trademarking, pay for my marketing. I'm gonna try to get this all going by July, so that when I go to the Calgary Stampede, I can at least advertise to every different country that comes through me, and I will open up every bit of energy. I will make sure that I can play that energy game 10 hours a day, even if it's the most like dreadful 10 hours, whatever it is. I'm gonna try to hit a customer every, I don't even know. I want to see at least 3,000 customers after 10 days go through my website. That's my goal. At least 3,000. If I can get 10,000, it's over. That means I would have just hit myself and gone the marketing even higher than most people could have ever imagined. So this will get interesting. For sure, for sure. I you know, started off the year with $17,000 debt. 2 months ago I was at 25,000. Now I'm down to 20,000. It's a roller coaster. It really is. And the only thing I can tell people is that even when you go through your bad, tough times in life, all that energy that could be negative and those negative thoughts, trust me, I have lots of them. And I try to work on myself every day. But if you learn to actually like take those negative thoughts, put it into actual energy into bettering yourself. And I think this is the way the world works. And I might be crazy, but we're all part of the ecosystem. So if I eat fruits and vegetables and the sun and the moon and the world and the energy, that takes a lot of energy to produce all that stuff for me to have one day to move forward. So I eat all that food that gives me all that natural energy. Now I take that natural energy and I work out and I put it into my business, which is me telling the world, hey, thank you for all the natural energy you gave me. It allowed me to have the energy to work out and the energy to build something. And the world sees that going, hey, he's thankful for everything we've given him. He keeps pushing through. He's taking the bad energy, replacing it with good energy. That's all it is. And I think that once the world and God sees that you're actually doing what you're supposed to do, the infinity will get a lot more highs. So I'm going to tell you, like, all of this lines up. The fact that I sold my Bitcoin, I said, you know what? I might as well just sell the Bitcoin and pull the trigger. And I think the world, God said, okay, so he got rid of his Bitcoin. He is starting to step in. Okay, let's see what else he's willing to do. So I got a few more cards I'm going to do for my friend. That'll make me some cash here and there for the weekends. And then, the fact that the $2,000 grant came through, I applied for that. I don't even know. Last month, 2 months ago? I'm not too sure. Can't remember when, but it was a while ago. And the fact that that came through, which means now I can go trademark my business. My banking's already done. My logo's done. I just need to update my website now. And then after that, I'm going to do a few mock rounds with a few of my friends so that I can get testimonials and everything. The world's going to say, hey, he actually put in the time and the effort. I'm going to tell you, this world's going to come at me quick. Because come after July, I'm going to set up that should be my marketing. And that should lead me till the rest of the year. I'm going to tell you, I got a lot of drama coming in September. When I tell you a psychic and a medium tell me the end of my life, I can't run from Lethbridge fast enough. And I'm going to tell you right now that probably 99% that twin flame comes back. She's going to tell me that she loves me. She made a mistake, that she tried to see if there was anyone else out there. And then I get to tell her, hey, this was also a spiritual game, a life lesson, and I'm trying to jump timelines. You'll never move Canada. I'm leaving. You need to be close to your family. Me and my family, I love them, but I'm leaving them as well. And that's another thing is my mom doesn't want me to say her name or say her problems or say the family problems. That's fair. That is fair. But it was interesting because like it was Mother's Day and her birthday. I'm still a little bit angry that she told me not to say these things, and I'm thinking can't help it anymore because this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to enlighten people, show them that hey, even when you're down, don't go to the bad parts. Don't do those things that you shouldn't be doing. Try to find things that you should be doing. Working out, gardening, volunteering, anything that is not going to put you into a state of mind because once it starts going and going and going, it picks up speed and gets faster and faster. So, anyways, yeah, this was a kind of a well needed video because I really wanted to just show the world that I'm very thankful. I have nothing, but I'm very blessed to just be able to work out, be able to be told that I sweat too much in a gym. Can't help it. You know what? That sucks because he's the owner. I know he's going to try to find a way to just get me out of there. And it's just, I look at his mentality and I look at him and I go, you know, he's just that type of guy who wanted to work out, watch sports, and pick up hot ladies. The fact that I can come in there, whether you believe it or not, the guys who do steroids, yeah, they look good and they pick up big weights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lots of women look at them, but for whatever reason, I get a lot more attention being the guy who's willing to go to town on an elliptical and just be the best version I can be, whether it's full on sweat or not. I don't have that six pack, but I'm leaner and I get a lot of attention from women. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know I'm going to get some soulmates coming. This game gets very interesting coming up. I don't know where my life goes because I know there's two paths that will open up eventually, and it's either Africa or Australia. And that one path to Africa, there's $1 million opportunity for me that's legit. Thousands of acres, resources, the people. I just need my connections to line up and gamble 1 year. They gamble 1 year with me. I can build a nice little retreat down there. That'll be the start. I'll build a retreat in Africa that goes with Divinity Virtue. And then I'll take all that money and I'll start doing what God wants me to do and show the Africans, the people of Africa, a better lifestyle than what you'll see in Canada, the US, the UK, the G7s. I'm going to show you something. There is an idea in my head that is so big. Not only does it change the game, but if it actually takes off, you guys will all look at me and go, huh, this world was set up for failure. They want you to either do drugs, they either want you to do the crimes, they always want you to do this, this, and this, so they can slap your hand, bring you back into the system, bring the money in. The system is set up for failure. It really is. Anyways, I know that my vegetables are going to be mushy because I talk too long. So, this is Dustin Taylor. Or, this is Dustin Taylor. I'm Dustin Taylor. This is Divinity Virtue. You know, you gotta take your losses before you become the boss. Try to be 1% better each and every day. Try to help others to grow and succeed and be the best versions they can be. Everything happens on divine timing. This is divinityvirtue.com, my company, Divinity Virtue Corporation. What we will specialize in is trying to get people to look at their habits, triggers, career paths, and life goals and focus on just being part of the ecosystem and understand that you got to be thankful for everything that you have. You got to be thankful for the sun, the moon, the stars, the skies, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the oceans, the snow, the rain, the sand, the mountains, the earth, the soil, the trees, the plants, the grains, the fruits, the vegetables, the birds, the bees, the insects, the organisms, the microorganisms, the fish, the animals, the mammals, the reptiles, the aliens, all the other humans that want to build up this beautiful planet. You know, thankful for your journeys, the highs and lows. Thank you for your love lives, the goods and the bads. Thank you for the 3D world, the pains, the experiences, the journeys, the lives, the emotions. This is all just a game of blessings. Once you understand that everything is set up in life and that you can't control anything, it's just changing your mindset to understand to live in the moment and react the best way you can. It's all a karma game. That being said, thank you very much. God bless. Amen.